is directly connecting to the primeval source of existence, who is the ultimate subject of Srimad Bhagavatam. And his pastimes, which come in the 10th canto, towards the end of all these 9 cantos, describing all the incarnations, they are the supreme Leela, the supreme pastimes. So when we read this Bhagavatam, this part where Lord Shiva is drinking the ocean of poison, we might think, what's this got to do with Krishna consciousness? We're worshipping Radha Krishna. But we must appreciate the inconceivable potency of the Bhagavatam. It's our very means of conquest, Jao, isn't it? So when you read Bhagavatam, inconceivably you get spiritual strength. And that strength allows you to not only become detached from the material world, but it starts to enter the heart and do work. You know, there's a lot of work going on in the heart, inconceivably. So, Yanmacha lilo payikam swadasham maya balam cha dashitam grihitam vismapanam swasya chaso bagadide param padam bhusana bhusanangam. So Krishna's form is just perfect for his pastimes as a human being. And these are higher than his pastimes with the demigods when he comes as Vishnu with 4 arms. He just comes with 2 arms and he holds a flute and he's like a forest sylvan god who wanders around the forest with his friends, herding cows. He's just a village boy. And he's enjoying life, very sweet life. The river Yamuna is there, the forests of Vrindavan. It's full of bees and swans and peacocks, and Krishna blows his flute and everything becomes ecstatic. The clouds get involved. Everyone's getting involved, the bees, the birds. And this is Krishna's Leela. It's the sweetest Leela. It's more sweet than this Vishnu and the ocean of milk, churning this giant snake with the fire and smoke, and the demigods and demons having this whole Leela. And then this ocean of poison comes, and Lord Shiva's having to drink it. But Krishna's enjoying this also. He's coming, he's Vishnu, but let's go to Lord Shiva, he'll help us out. So Lord Shiva is very famous for drinking the ocean of poison. Prabhupada said this ganja is intoxication, it's a poison. But Lord Shiva can take it because he can drink an ocean of poison. If you drink an ocean of poison, you'll be dead. So you smoke too much ganja, your mind will die. It may be fun for a little bit, but then after a while it's just up and down. Like, go up, you come down. Same as you were before you began. So what is the point? So Krishna's Leela, we can compare it to this Leela and we can see that the Lord is the supreme enjoyer. In the beginning of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says that Krishna enjoys as the spiritual master, spiritual masters, plural, as the devotees, as the Lord himself, as his expansions. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. He enjoys unlimitedly. He's enjoying this morning program. He's enjoying within everyone's heart. He's enjoying as a deity. He's just an enjoyer. That's all. He can't help it. He's full of bliss and happiness like that. So don't think these Leelas are not strong or powerful or applicable. What's the word? Relevant. Read the Bhagavatam. Come to the 10th canto. Appreciate it. And see how Krishna is a supreme enjoyer. And he's Sudit, he's a supreme friend, he's the friend of the demigods, he's the friend of all living entities, and he's in the heart. And very much, svalpamaspyasidhamasya, if you just do something once to please Krishna, then your life is successful. So I'll just open up for questions. I'll finish with one verse. Nimnam ganam yata ganga, devanam achuto yata. Vaishnavanam yata shambhu purananam idam tata. Of all rivers, the Ganges is the greatest. Of all deities, Achyuta, Krishna is the greatest. Of all Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva, Shambhu, he's the greatest Vaishnava. And Purananam idam tata. And this Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest of all the Vedas. This verse is from the 12th canto. So Lord Shiva is such a devotee. He's such an amazing devotee that Krishna allows him to come to Vrindavan, and he goes and bathes in the river and becomes a gopi maiden, and he goes and dances with Krishna. He's still got some of his Lord Shiva paraphernalia hiding under his gopi, but he becomes a female, so he can enjoy. Krishna loves him so much that he allows him to see his most intimate, relishable, loving pastimes. So in Vrindavan you see there's one deity of Lord Shiva, Gopishwara Mahadev. And they dress him half the day as a gopi, with sari and all that. And kumkum and what have you. So this is Lord Shiva. He's very special. And he's very kind also. Prabhupada says in one place that these devotees who cannot follow the principles, Lord Shiva gives them shelter. They want to take bhang and smoke charas and sit around, and they can't get it together to chant Hare Krishna and be Vaishnavas and live in Sattva Gun. So Lord Shiva gives them some mercy if they have bhakti, little devotion. But the Mayavadis and all this is not so pleasing, the impersonalists. Okay, I think I've said enough about this. Maybe we can have some discussion. We have a little time. Hare Krishna.
The amazing thing about this pastime is that Krishna is so detached. He doesn't worry that some people may misunderstand and think because he goes to Lord Shiva, that Lord Shiva is supreme. It doesn't bother him.
Yeah, and there's all these prayers later on glorifying Shiva as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Prabhupada says that he accepts these prayers in his guna avatar status as a representative of Vishnu. Just like they don't understand we worship the human being, the Guru, but he's the empowered representative of God. So we worship it. Same thing. Krishna doesn't care what you think. He's a supreme enjoyer. We don't care. Also the devotees don't care. They go on Harinam chanting Hare Krishna, dressed in very Pakka Vaishnav dress, and they go on the street, chant Hare Krishna and meditate on Krishna and dance. We don't care what the public think, right? We're absorbed in our own little world. Do we care? We care enough to make ourselves look nice and behave properly. But in a sense, we don't care. What a crazy thing it is to go on the street and glorify Krishna. But it's a natural state of the soul. So it's an amazing thing. And we go and sell them a book about Krishna. How could we be so audacious to interrupt their maya? Prabhupada said you have to be aggressive if you want to save people, because people are sleeping in ignorance. You have to be a little aggressive. Otherwise, if we're Shanti, there's Shanti. The whole point of the incarnation is to save the fallen conditioned souls. They're so fallen, they don't know they need saving. That's the problem. They're in Maya. They don't take their life seriously. They're just in a dream. And they're getting smashed life after life after life. Prabhu?
But it's aggressive but not forceful, right?
Yes. Intelligently aggressive. Or gently aggressive.
Gently aggressive.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. See, sometimes intellectuals, in any religion, there's an intellectual part. And they don't like to be too aggressive. Let's just be intellectual, and if someone comes, fair enough. But that can also work again. We have to go out and spread the love in any way we can. We have to use our intelligence. But force, even Krishna says, repression accomplishes nothing. Yeah.
You see that in the Catholic.
Yeah. Same, so many mistakes are there. Ruled by fear.
Yeah.
This is not working. So everyone's very quiet today. Joao.
And this churning of the ocean of milk,
Yes.
I'd like to request if you can remind us what were the things that came out. I remember.
It's coming now.
And what is the meaning, the significance? What can we learn from each of these?
The story is coming now. All these different things come out of the ocean. And they all have their little significances. First the poison comes.
Okay, so now,
Then the nectar comes.
and then?
Then the demigods and demons want to drink the nectar. And then Krishna tricks them as Mohini Moti, his feminine incarnation. You will read. I don't want to spoil the story for you. Mohini Moti.
So I would, like in our life sometimes when we're practicing bhakti, this poison comes and then the nectar. How or where to focus our devotion when the good qualities start to come out? Like how we not get attracted by it or distracted?
We want the good qualities. Good qualities means sattva gun, mode of goodness. You feel peaceful, you feel content. Just like when these two Vaishnavas arrived this morning, you felt so much happiness to see them. Dressed like Vaishnavas, very smart, enthusiastic, lead a beautiful kirtan. In your heart you feel this is wonderful. They don't come here with beards and dirty clothes and unenthusiastic, right? So this is the Vaishnav platform. Utsahan nisjayat tariyat. Have some enthusiasm, cleanliness, happiness. So when these good qualities come, be grateful. And when the poison comes, you just have to tolerate it, wait for it to go away. Soon it will go.
Can't we just get lost or get distracted by the...
By goodness, by good qualities. When you feel too happy,
for example?
I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't. That's the least of our problems.
This mode of goodness is very dangerous. It's so nice,
Now this happiness you're getting, mode of goodness, is mixed with some transcendental bhakti. It's a very good thing. It means you're making progress. Don't worry too much. Be happy. Chant Hare Krishna, be happy.
We're not supposed to torture ourselves. That's not our process.
Yeah, some devotees. There was this devotee in Manchester, right? He was a coal miner before he joined. Down in the mines. I won't tell you his name. He was a Yorkshireman, northern. Like working class coal, in the coal. So he joined, he became a brahmachari, and he was running this little temple. He was all on his own practically. No one could live with him. He was the president or the temple leader. And one time, actually Shiva Maharaj went up there to stay in the temple. And it was freezing cold. And Maharaj made this comment. He says, if it doesn't hurt, it's not bhakti. Means if it doesn't hurt, it's not spiritual. So sometimes we think, it has to be austere, cold shower and miserable and some cold kitchery and one salad leaf washed with water. Some devotees, they like, eat cold prasadam. It's Mahaprasad Prabhu, This is also another, this is bad. It's very bad. No, you have to be nice, comfortable, happy, nice prasadam, clean clothes.
can go overboard with that too.
Yukta hara viharasya yukta. You have to be balanced. Krishna says, balanced. You try to in too much comfort, too much austerity. It's a difficult, not easy. No one's saying it's easy. It's a balance. And only you know. When your consciousness goes, you're the person in control of that. So you have to. But our basic austerity is to follow the principles and chant Hare Krishna mantra. If we just do that, we'll stay secure and safe. It's very simple. We don't want to complicate it. We don't take intoxication. We don't gamble. We don't eat non-veg. We don't have casual. We don't chase after girls and boys for one-night stands and all this stuff. We don't waste our time with all these things. This is our austerity, because this is the culture we're trained in. We're trained. Get drunk every Friday. That's our culture. And when we transcend that, we just, let's take drugs every Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And when we become beyond that, we become devotees. But nowadays, the teenagers, the alcohol and drug has gone down a lot in teenagers because they're all on the computers. They're all on gaming and this. And to do the gaming, they have to be straight, you know. They're not interested in getting drunk. They're interested in the game. Gaming has sold videos and music combined. Expenditure on video gaming. Imagine, when we were kids, we just bought a record every Saturday, you know. It was like precious. We bought a new record and we play it and fantastic. That was our life, just one record, you know, a week. Now you can just watch every single music that ever existed in one click of a button, you know. It's incredible. So this gaming, so their drug and alcohol thing in under 26 is reduced the last 10 years, which can be a good thing.
So this will be the principle for the next century? No gaming.
Yeah, no gaming. No gaming, we'll add it. Anyway, Prabhu.
Prabhupada was saying that the gambling is most difficult to avoid. This is that matter which is most difficult to avoid.
Acha? Gambling, gaming.
Gambling.
Ah.
That's what Prabhupada was saying.
We're talking about video games.
Gambling is gambling.
Same. Oh, yeah. I see.
I think it counts as gambling.
Yeah, it counts as gambling, right? Yes, because unnecessary sporting is part of gambling. Becoming absorbed. You become absorbed in anything too much, that some balance, you know, something.
Gaming can educate you. Gaming can teach you.
Yes, some good things are there. Like that, what's that game called that they all play? Minecraft.
Oh.
Teaches you you have to work for your rewards, you know. There's a lot of good things in it. But Krishna consciousness beyond all morals and ideas of goodness. Devotion to the lotus feet of Krishna is transcendental and spiritual. So, if it doesn't lead to that, even if it's brilliant, you know, like the greatest person in the world, if he's not a devotee of Krishna, then he's missed the point. That's the point. Because,